you can. Since we can't all be together right now, we wanted to make a short video to show you all about Slate Ridge. Wherever you are, Slate Ridge has 3 very basic rules. Be respectful, be responsible, and be ready. We have a few new things in place to make sure everyone is safe. So let's go check out how to be respectful, responsible, and ready, Slate Ridge 2 friends. Let's practice what school will look like in the classroom. Desks will be spaced apart so you can keep your distance from others. Please remain seated and raise your hand if you need to get up for any reason. You need to wear your mask in class, and your teacher will give you mask breaks throughout the day. It is very important that you follow your teacher's directions in class so that everyone can stay safe, healthy, and enjoy school. Being respectful. Respect yourself, classmates, property, teacher, and use kind words. Keep your feet and hands to yourself. Responsible. Try your best at all times. Follow directions, and to be ready, focus on your learning and have all of your supplies.
Now let's take a look at what not to do in your classroom. Please make sure you're not moving around the classroom, sitting next to your friends. You want to be seated at your desk at all times so that we can keep our distance from other people. Don't cough and get your germs everywhere. Always pull your mask up over your nose and mouth when you're at school, unless your teacher gives you a mask break.
Gross.
Don't throw paper like Mrs. Stevenson and Mrs. Uhl. And don't touch the camera like Miss Montgomery. Make sure that your hands, feet, and body are always to yourself so that everybody stays safe.
When we're in the hallways, we will always be at a level 0, which is no talking or silent. Please make sure to be 6 feet from others at all times. Listen carefully to your teacher's directions. Here are some tips to help you be respectful, responsible, and ready in the hallways. To be respectful, you will keep your hands and feet to yourselves at all times. You will maintain a level 0 voice, which is no talking, and you will listen to your teacher, and you will stop at all of the stop signs. To be responsible, you will walk at all times in the hallways. You will wait for other classes to pass. You will stay on your circle and keep your distance from walking. And to be ready, we will walk in a straight line, and we will always walk on the right side in the hallways.
Now let's take a look at some examples of what not to do in the hallways. Please don't run and scream in the hallways. Make sure that you're always on a spot and that you're walking through the halls and keeping your distance from other people. Don't jump and act silly in the hallways. Make sure that you have a level 0 voice and be safe so that you can get to where you need to go.
When your class is lined up for the restroom, make sure you are standing on one of the circles so that you can keep your distance from other people. Only 3 students are allowed in the boys' or the girls' side at one time. Here are some tips for the restroom. To be respectful, keep your hands and feet to yourself. To be responsible, make sure you flush the toilet, wash your hands, and clean up your paper towels if they drop on the ground. To be ready, make sure you're always at a level 0 voice.
Here's a couple more examples of what to do in the restroom. Notice how these teachers are lined up on a spot at a level 0 voice and waiting for their teacher's directions. Once you're in the restroom, please go to the bathroom, flush your toilet, and come out and wash your hands. Here's a great example that Miss Calloway is showing us what to do. Go over, get 1 pump of soap, wash your hands for 20 seconds, rinse them off with water, go over and get 1 or 2 paper towels to dry off your hands, and then place your dirty paper towels into the trash can. Here are a couple examples of what not to do in the restroom. Make sure you're not crowding the sink with a bunch of people. Don't splash water and make messes. And don't throw paper towels on the floor. If you do drop something, make sure that you pick it up and throw it away.
In the cafeteria, please stay seated at your assigned desk until you are dismissed to the lunch line. In line, make sure you are standing on one of the circles so you can keep your distance from others. At the end of the lunch line, the cafeteria worker will scan your ID. Once you sit at your desk to start eating, you may remove your mask. After you finish your lunch, you can go outside for recess with your mask on. Here are some tips to be respectful, responsible, and ready in the cafeteria. To be respectful, say please and thank you. Level 2 voice, just talking to those around you. Hands and feet to yourself. To be responsible, clean up your area. Ask for permission to get up. And to be ready, wait in line at a level 0.
Let's look at a couple of examples of what to do in the lunchroom. You should have washed your hands in your class before coming to lunch. Once your teacher gives you permission, you may enter the lunch line, walking and staying on a spot to keep your distance from others. Remember to always have a level 0 voice when you're in the lunchroom in the line. You may talk to the people around you once seated at your desk. You'll always want to keep your mask on as well. Once the kitchen is ready, they'll ask you to come into the line to get your food. Please stay at a level 0 voice, and at the end of the line, you'll scan your ID. There's also hand sanitizer available if you'd like to have some before eating your lunch. When you're done eating your lunch, make sure you throw your trash away, put your mask on, and head outside to recess.
Thank you.
Here's a great example of what not to do in the lunchroom. Don't get up out of your seat, run around the cafeteria, and throw food and trays on the floor. Please be respectful of yourselves, other people, and our school.
When you are at recess, the playground will be split into 3 zones: the field, the play structure, and the blacktop. Your class will stay in one zone for the whole recess, and your teacher will tell you where to be. You will switch to other zones on other days. You must wear your mask when at recess, but you can go to a safe space that is marked for a mask break. Please keep your distance from others. Here are some tips to be respectful, responsible, and ready on the playground. To be respectful, you can include everyone and keep your hands and feet to yourself. To be responsible, you can walk on the blacktop, tag on grass only, 6 feet of distance from others, and wear your mask unless taking a break. To be ready, you can line up after the whistle with a voice level of 0 and line up on a star that matches your team color that is on your ID.
Here are a few more examples of what to do on the playground. Notice that there are different colored lines and stars on the playground. Once you hear the whistle blown, that means recess is over and you will walk to line up on your team color and stand on a star. You will wait there until your teacher comes outside to pick your class up, and then you will walk into the building at a level 0 voice. Now let's take a look at a few examples of what not to do at recess. Keep mulch on the ground. Do not pick up mulch and throw it at other people. Nobody likes that, and that's not a nice way to play with others. The play structure that has caution tape, make sure you stay off of it. Make sure your hands and feet are always to yourself. We're not playing tag and we're not touching others. And always make sure that you're walking on the blacktop.